Hello everyone. We are going to start a new chapter now, and the name of the chapter is evolution. What is evolution? Evolution is the formation of present complex, well-developed species or present complex organisms from the previous simple organisms. But this takes millions of years. Okay, it's a very slow and gradual process. So evolution is a process by which the present complex well-developed organisms are formed slowly and gradually from the past simple organisms. That is evolution. Now children, there are two scientists who proposed different theories of evolution. You need to know both the theories properly. The first theory is by a French scientist called Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck. Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck. His theory was called inheritance of acquired characters. Inheritance of acquired characters. He said that animals acquire certain characters in their lifetime due to effort. They do a certain effort due to which they acquire a certain characteristic for adapting. And that characteristic is then passed to the next generation. So every generation these characteristics with the effort is passed on and we get a very different species. Okay, so inheritance of acquired characteristic. He spoke a lot about use and disuse. If you use an organ more, it gets more developed. If you use an organ less, it gets less developed and eventually it becomes vestigial. Okay, he has given an example of giraffe. He said that he proposed, or it was a postulate that giraffe had a very short neck in Africa, and what happened is the grass, okay, there was very less grass, and therefore for getting the leaves from the trees, he started stretching his neck. Now this is his theory. It might sound funny to you, but he said that every generation the giraffe started stretching, and years later the giraffe's neck increased in length. Okay, so according to Lamarck, this is an example of inheritance of acquired characters. What are vestigial organs? You must have heard about this in the previous chapters also. Organs which are present in the organism but are of no use are called vestigial organs. So they are there in us, but they are of no use. For example, wisdom tooth. Yes, children, the third molar, we don't use it for chewing. It is there, but it is not used when we chew our food. Okay, so wisdom tooth. Then is the vermiform appendix. Okay, it's of no use. We don't digest cellulose, but it is there. You must have heard of appendicitis. Okay, so appendix. And the third is the pinna, ear pinna. We cannot move the ear pinna. Animals can move it to track the sound location. Where is the sound coming from? So these three are the vestigial organs. Then is very famous scientist, children remember Charles Darwin. He is called father of evolution. Remember this. Okay, Charles Darwin is called father of evolution. He went to Galapagos Islands, okay, in the Pacific Ocean, and then he thought about certain things which he saw there, and he postulated the theory of natural selection. Very famous scientist. He proposed a theory of natural selection. He said that nature will select the best, the most well adapted, the animal which has best variation, or the organism which has best variations, and only those will survive. Therefore he said survival of the fittest, the one who is fit means what? Best adaptations. Okay, properly surviving in most harsh conditions, and those who will survive will reproduce and therefore pass the genes or the favorable characters to the next gene. He has not spoken about genes, but he has said about variations. Okay, variations are the differences. Okay, he also has spoken about overproduction. What is overproduction? There is a lot of reproduction. Okay, for example, if you see a turtle will lay 60 to 80 eggs at one time, but out of those 60 to 80 eggs, only 4 or 5 are actually going to survive. Okay, so this is about overproduction. The one who is fit is going to survive, and the one who is not fit will perish and therefore cannot pass the characters to the next generation. Therefore his theory is called survival of the fittest. He's also spoken about competition. You heard of competition. Now, example, there is always competition amongst the species for what? For food, for space, for mating. Okay, if the competition is between similar species, between the same species, for example, between lions, okay, for food or for mating, or between hyenas, okay, then it's called intra-specific, meaning competition between same species. And if it is between different species, okay, like cheetah, hyena, and lions, they all have the same food, that is deer. They all want to hunt the antelope or the deer. So then that is interspecific. Okay, I hope you have understood both these theories. Both these theories are very important, children, especially Darwin's theory. The theories which came after Darwin, they took the use of genetics to explain variation. So that comes under neo-Darwinism. Okay, that will be neo-Darwinism. I hope you've understood both the theories.